Welcome, friends, to our major project for the Business Principles class, the 30-day business launch. You need to come up with an idea that you can make a side business and launch it in 30 days. When you ask someone to write a large business plan or get a business idea going, it can be very, very intimidating. You've got investors you have to look for, you've got lots of equipment, design, regulations. We're not looking at that. We're looking at what you could do, launch a business very fast, and see how well it works. And if it works well enough, this could be your side hustle for a long time. As I've said in class, I want you to get that great job, but I also want you to have a side hustle so you can really create a different income stream and maybe change the entire trajectory of your career and your life for that matter. So let's go through it. The 30-day business launch project overview. Can we turn an idea into a real business in 30 days? My friends, you're going to have projects in the work that you're going to do, in the field you're going to go into. And you might not even be given 30 days. You may have to come up with an idea in 1 day or 7 days within a week. So this is good practice for us as we get into our professional jobs. So please read through this. No, we are not writing a traditional business plan. I have a template for you. All you have to do is fill in the blanks, fill in the boxes right in here. So the first step, as you are watching this instructional video, but the first step is go ahead and download the template. Never try to open the template from here and then work on it, because nothing ever gets saved that way. Download it. It's on your system. We've been over the Adobe PDFs. That was part of our class already. So I have everything, done that heavy lifting for you. You have a nice template that you can work with. You're watching this video, don't stop, watch it all the way through. Here's the challenge. In 30 days, you have startup cost of maximum $10,000. I always have someone who's going to try to create a filter hydration from the ocean. Well, that's great. I think Dubai, the country of, United Arab, UAE, does that in Dubai. And that's several $billion. That's not what we're doing. We're thinking like an entrepreneur, and we can actually even use a lot less than that. We could do a micro business. That would be under $2,000. Again, think of all the platforms out there. You've got Poshmark. You've got eBay, you've got Etsy. Yes, you could be an Amazon seller. What can you do? And most of a younger generation wants to do something online. You may have your parents' garage. You have your parents' home. Utilize that. Those are now assets that you can use to launch that business. So a little bit larger launch is $5,000 to $10,000, but nothing over that. All right. Again, read through this. Easy to go onto an AI system and say, what kind of a business could I launch online under $2,000? So we are going to use some AI in this. Just don't try to let it do all the work. Let it help you, guide you, research a few good things, and we start moving. So as you build it, there's 2 pages that I'm going to show you in a second. And page 1 is the actual building of the business. You have your idea, all right, the business name, the concept. What problems are you solving? The second box, who's my customer? Who wants to buy my product or my service? Absolutely. What am I selling? That's a big one. What's my product, my services, the key benefits right in here? What are your customers going to get from? And why? Why would your customers buy from you? What is your competitive advantage? Are you low price? Don't have to be. Are you great quality? Because good price and good quality go together. Convenience, speed, service, you have expertise. You're doing something unique. You have to do something better than somebody else. Again, the question is, why would a customer choose my business instead of somebody else's? How are we going to market it? So maybe we want to go all online. We want to do our social media, website, advertising, referrals, networking, word of mouth, door-to-door sales. Get out there and pound the pavement. Good experience, my friends. How are you going to target those customers who will discover your business? So it should make sense for the customer you've identified. Remember, we're not trying to sell to everybody. And in some of our businesses, we just may need a good niche of 5, 10, 15 customers that can repeatedly buy from us. That's what we're looking for. got to set a price. The selling price determines our value. We're going to look at competitors' prices, which is really easy to do, your costs, and of course, we need to be profitable. This is a profit business model, not a nonprofit. So determine a realistic selling price for your product or service. Don't guess. Again, this is where the internet can do some really good lifting for you. What customers and competitors charge, and easily identify your cost. If you're going to make a t-shirt, how much is it going to cost, landed, and then shipped to your customer. We need a profitability in here. Then we're going to get a startup budget. So again, if you were to you are going to open this business, what's it going to take? We're trying to get in there as light as we possibly can. So again, maybe mom and dad have some equipment you can automatically use. Maybe a friend has some that you can borrow for a while. What would it take just to get started? So the technology, the inventory, if you're going to be selling a product, do you need license or permits? Do you need any insurance if it's if it's a physically intensive business? I was in the landscape industry for many years. Insurance protects you because there's moving parts and there's dangerous power equipment going on. So again, maximum budget $10,000. If there's $1 million in here, we're not grading that. That's not the thesis and the theme of this business model. What can you do? Use the resources you have. 8, nothing gets done until a sale gets made. So how are you going to find those first 5 customers? This is a little bit different than marketing. This is actually going to finding them and pitching your idea that you need my product. So social media, that's not going to work. Advertising, word of mouth. Explain how you're going to do it. Who are you going to find? We all know people, and we have networks of people. How can we find those first 5? You may have to literally make an introduction and do the cold calling. That is phenomenal experience for your career in whatever you do. Second page is actually launching the business. What do you need to get started? We have our costs. Now list out the things that you're going to need. Where are you going to sell it? Okay, is it online? Is it home-based? Is it mobile? Are you going? If I were doing my service business, well, I would be performing a service at my customer's location. Again, what are we doing? How are we going to sell it? Where does the customer find the information? Where do they pick up the product, or where's the finished service? If you can do that, you're way ahead of the game. Great. How's it going to operate? All right. Again, order, deliver, performance, customer service. Just as we talked, they order it, we provide the service, and we get paid. Very nice. That's the how our business is actually operating. Then we have the 30-day action plan. All right. Again, now we're specifically saying, well, I've got about 4 weeks. I'm maybe planning it, building it, marketing it, launching it in week 4. And what would success look like after that first month? How many customers would I have? Would I have a positive sales? We want to be successful, so that would be nice. Revenue, need that. Again, we're not in any business. We're never going to recover our costs in 30 days, but how are things looking after the 30 days of 30 days being in business? Good stuff. Are we attracting? Are we generating? Are we delivering value? Can we repeat this process? So, yes, using AI as a business assistant, your agentive, your agent with you, you can get some great research, all right? It's assisting your thinking, not replacing it. The project detail and word count, it needs to be at least 1,000 words. And I'm going to show you, you have about 13 boxes to fill up. So that comes to about, or 13 sections, 80 words a section. That's really a no-brainer right in here. If I see a 300-word finished product, I probably just give that a 0 and say you did 0 on it. You had no engagement, and that's not going to work. So do a little bit here, Van. Go the extra mile, because this could be just fantastic for your future. Review it, then you're going to submit it online, confirm everything is done, and then you submit it as a file. Put your file, your name in the file name of your 30-day build-out, Randy's 30-day build-out, and check it again, your submission link, and you're going to be great. So now I've told you the directions. Let's go ahead and look at what you just downloaded. So when you download it, here is the template I've given you. Like I say, my friends, I do all the heavy lifting for you. You don't have to format it all. There's your business name. Again, these are fillable forms, so there you go. You type in your business name. I want your name here. Here we go. There's the business idea. Just as we saw in the directions, you're going to fill out this information in here. Who's my customer? What problems do they have? What problems am I solving? What are their needs and wants? What would they look like if I had a customer profile? What am I selling? Again, the products and service. I'm solving the problem. These are my customers. These are things I'm selling. Why would they want to buy from me? How am I so great? What is my competitive advantage? How will I reach customers overall? So that's the marketing, advertising. There's the pricing, what I'm going to charge. There's the startup budget. This is a strategy right in here. So this just builds the business. The first 5 customers, now that comes into a strategy of how I actually get them. Second page, you just scroll right up. This is actually the business now we're operating it. We're launching it. Those are the supplies, the things I need to get started. Again, everything in here you simply type in. So I'm going to do an example for you right in here. I'm going to do exquisite landscape services. Again, as somebody who has had a lot of experience, go to your wheelhouse. Go to the things you do really good at, or the things that you really enjoy. I'm a Texas master gardener. I'm a Japanese maple aficionado. I have 17 different cultivars in my yard. And I had my own business before as a master Texas landscape nurseryman. So I have that behind me. That might be something I want to pick up in my other years and get a nice little supplemental income. So here's how I told my business. I don't want to be like everybody else. I want to find very wealthy customers and do magnificent things in their yards, keep it always groomed. So there's my customer profile, looking for someone with some nice money, extra money to spend. These are all of my services that I'm going to give and do. Why would they buy from me? There's my competitive advantage. There's my marketing. That's how I reach customers. There's my pricing. And by the way, you can write as much as you want. These are scrollers, okay? So when you input your information into these boxes, I mean, if you wanted to do tremendous amounts of words, you're certainly fine to do that. Don't need, I mean, I'm looking for the simple as possible, at least 1,000 words to get us through that you can work on. But just to let you know, you're not limited in here. There's my startup budget. Got it right under $10,000. Those are some of the basic equipment I'm going to need. My customer strategy. So for the customers I'm looking for, I'm going to have to do some sales in here. I need to do personal network and referrals. Again, we know someone who's got a very nice house, who not only just has a nice house, but wants that landscape looking amazing every day, not once a week, but all the time. So I'll do this. I'll get referrals. I may go on. Yes, there's a little bit of Facebook, but more like the next door referrals, targeted introductions to different neighborhoods. Got to know somebody who lives in a really nice area that wants that. And that's how I'm going to generate those first 5 customers. Never easy to find a customer, but when you get them, you love them, and let them build your business. This is the second page. So this is, again, what I really need to get the business going, where I'm going to do it, where I'm going to provide these services, how it's going to operate, the 30-day action plan. So week 1, I'm registering that business at small business at the county courthouse. I'm securing any insurance. Again, this is a power equipment business, and the worst thing could happen is if something flew off and hit somebody, or a rock that now hits a lawnmower blade, or a tree that you're looking at trimming and it falls down on a house. So yeah, I'm going to need some insurance. Define the area. Week 1, build it. Week 2, 3, market it. And week 4, launch it. That's it. Those are your steps right in here. What would success look like after 30 days? All right, well, I would get my target customers. I want at least 5 reoccurring customers. So these 5 are going to be serviced throughout the week. I want 6 total. I didn't need a lot because I'm charging an exquisite price too. So as time goes on, my revenue at $3,600 a month, maybe get some new referral leads and get at least 5-star ratings. This is what the picture looks like. I'd like to see when that business is been completed and running for 30, 40 days. That's what it looks like. Friends, if you can do that, I think you're on the way. Everything that we have right in here, all of these topics are part of a major business plan. So instead of trying to write and agonize over it and look at numbers to crunch, I hope it's a fun way to say, I could start a business. And this business may generate for you $5 extra $100 a month. Maybe $700 a month. What if it generated $1,000 a month? What if it did $1,500? Well, we can go on, can't we? So now you've got a good job and you're generating an extra $24,000 a year. My niece does that. She has a Poshmark store. She loves clothes. She loves fashion. She loves to go to vintage clothing. She's not afraid of dumpster diving. Not really dumpster diving, but going to Goodwill and buying pallets of things she doesn't even see. She buys the pallet, goes through it. She's found Dolce & Gabbana shoes before, and that cost her nothing. She was able to sell for $600. Someone just didn't want it. They put it in the Goodwill, and it went down to their major processing center in Fort Worth. There's your business idea right there. Fun. She gets to travel and do a lot of fun stuff as well. My daughter does social media consulting on the side. And again, all that extra money goes into investment accounts. Things that can change your life. And that's what I hope you will do. Again, if I view this up as a student, well, it's denied right now because I have not actually opened up the assignment. But all you would do, like our other ones, like I've showed you, you just put your file in, double check it, and you've got your business idea right there. Have fun with this, my friends. It's going to be a great assignment for us all. I look forward to reading your creativity in the work you're doing. Hope this helps. Make a great business idea.